The South Dakota women got one of two on the road last week. Big win at Kansas City on Thursday and a tough one at Oral Roberts on Saturday. Here to talk about that is head coach Kayla Karius. And Kayla, Kansas City is one of those teams, a lot of athleticism. They're really, really physical. So to be able to go to their place and get off to the start that you did, I think was a huge deal for you.
Yeah, I agree. That's something we've been talking about in the last few games. It's more so a confidence factor for ourselves, more so than the other team. But when you're facing a team like Kansas City, who has the third best defense in the league, mostly because they get out in pressure, they're physical, they're just really athletic. They kind of hound our ball handlers every time they're bringing it up the floor. It was important for us to get off to a good start. I thought our mindset was great right from the tip. We looked really aggressive, and we were just driving through contact and cutting through contact, and I thought that was really important for us to get off to a good start.
Double-digit lead at the half. Things are looking great. Third quarter starts, and Kansas City just can't miss. I think they hit 11 of 13 shots in that frame. So what changed? How were they able to get that more, improve their efficiency that way?
Yeah, we had a really solid first half, and I think you go in the locker room thinking, okay, we feel good, but you're never quite comfortable, especially against a team like that. And honestly, just more probably disappointing that we let it happen. Sometimes, of course, it takes two, but there were a couple key turnovers we had where they just turned those into, we call them turnovers for touchdowns, and they just converted those into wide open, easy layups and went on a 4-0 run really quickly. And then it just then you get a little tentative. Then you're not sure in passing lanes if you should let it fly or if your teammate's going to come and meet that pass and come catch it. And so when you get tentative, especially against a team like that, then they just start to get up and pressure you more and more, and things became a little bit harder. So yeah, they shot ridiculous. I think they only missed 2 shots in the third quarter, but so many of them were getting to the rim, and I think that's what really got them going, and they ended up tying the game and then coming in even taking the lead.
When you do see a lead evaporate in that way, especially one that feels somewhat comfortable, at least coming out of the half, I'm sure one of the biggest challenges to be able to refocus, but it seemed like once your kids went into that fourth quarter break, they were able to lock back in and really dominate the final frame.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of those things that crosses your mind as a coach, and we may have talked about this before, is the law of averages. When you see a quarter like that in the third quarter, you're thinking, can they really keep this up for another quarter? I really hope not. Yeah. And so once the fourth quarter started, we started to just gain some momentum, switch to the zone, which actually was a huge game changer, and actually made a couple adjustments within the zone too, and didn't allow some easy passes inside. Once we did that, we were just really on fire. And in the fourth quarter alone, or in the second half alone, I want to say we were about 13 of 15 out of the possessions we got stops in the zone, and that was just massive. We played a little bit more man in the third quarter, and they're just a tough guard. They're a tough guard when they're so athletic and trying to get downhill. So when we clogged it up a little bit, forced perimeter shots or forced just contested twos in that gray area sometimes against the zone, those are hard shots, and we were able to rebound out of it, which was important. And once we got the stops and we were able to convert, then we went on that little run in the fourth quarter. Great to see resiliency from our team. Anytime you're talking about that lead evaporating and then you're on the road, you tend to get tight. Sure. And it's really important that they came back and took the lead, but we just remained calm, stayed with what we were doing, and found a way to win.
Individually, got to shout out Walker Demers.
Yeah.
What a night for her.
Yeah.
Career high 19 points on 6 of 7 shooting. She rebounded the basketball well. This is a young lady that certainly had her ups and downs, right, both last year and this year, but it seems like she's stringing a few together here of late.
She is. I think ups and downs is right. She was really good early, and there were a couple games, even in the Bahamas over Thanksgiving time, that really stood out, where she drilled 3 threes in a game and against Arizona. And so I think that there was just some highlights there. And then, like anybody, you go through highs and lows, and just had a hard time finding her groove for a short time there and missed a couple games. And now that she's back, it was so fun to see her just be really aggressive and attack and finish inside. And then, of course, she had to step out with about 2 minutes to go and drill a 3, which we haven't seen in a long time, but it just showed her confidence level at that point of the game. I think that's a good shot for her to take. So for her to score 19 points, it's great for her confidence going forward.
Well, then it was on to Oral Roberts on Saturday, and obviously this is a team that will get after you. They want to speed you up. Yeah. And they were able to do that right out of the gate in this game on Saturday.
They were, and that was probably the thing when you go back and rewatch it. You feel like live, you're seeing it in a certain way when you go back and watch it. We really had a solid second half. It was really just that first quarter. We got so sped up, and we turned the ball over too many times. We went into the locker room, I think, with 9 turnovers at halftime, and just way too many possessions that we gave up. And I think it's one thing when a team starts out, we knew they were going to run and jump. They're really athletic. They love possessions. They love love to just fly up and down and score it as quick as they can. It's sometimes if you don't handle that well early in the game, they start to just get up and they gain more confidence, right? So it's really important, again, that you start out strong and you find a way to break that press early and attack it. Then I felt like we did attack it and got a couple opportunities and then just didn't convert those opportunities. And when we had the advantage break, and that's what can really hurt you. So I felt like we didn't get off to that good start in the first half and then found ourselves having to dig out of a hole that was just a little bit too big.
2 games left now in the regular season after that one. At North Dakota State on Thursday, and then you wrap up here at home with Senior Day against North Dakota. Still, I think based on the way things are shaking out, it looks like you're going to be in that 4-5 game. That's all but secure if it's not already officially. But that being said, still a lot of momentum to be had as you get ready to head to Sioux Falls.
Yeah, no doubt. Everybody's fighting for that momentum right now. Even if some of these seeds are secured, some of them still aren't, and teams are fighting for certain things. But regardless, everybody's still going in with the mindset of trying to go get a win or trying to play well, trying to put more pieces together, trying to get certain shooters on the right track, and feeling good before you get into the Summit League tournament. So it's every week is important. We keep saying that, but we're certainly facing a team on Thursday that's playing really, really well and shooting the ball really well in NDSU and drilling 13 threes and then 15 threes on the last couple of games. They're certainly, their confidence is really high. They put a lot of shooters out on the floor, and they're going to be a tough matchup for us.
All right, well, good luck, and we'll see how you close things out and
head
to Sioux Falls before too long.
Yeah, absolutely. Where did February go?
I have
March
no
is
idea.
almost upon us, so yeah, we're excited. Thank you.
Right.